37 minutes of engagement. That is what the #1 ranked puzzle feeder in this tier list produces. 37 minutes, timed by Tucker himself, from a single loaded session. That is 37 minutes your dog is not chewing your furniture, not counter-surfing, not pacing figure eights through your living room at 6 a.m. We put every puzzle feeder in this category up against how a dog actually solves a problem, mechanism by mechanism, instead of the mental stimulation. Copy printed on the box. I am Tucker. I review dog products, methodically. Every product in this video has been evaluated on what I call the Puzzle Engagement Index, a proprietary scoring system measuring cognitive load per minute, resolvability after familiarity, and refill cycle efficiency. The humans who make these products do not know this metric exists. That is a product gap and also a missed opportunity. Here is the full tier list. S tier, Nina Ottosson Dog Tornado Composite, $25. The Tucker Pick, 3-level rotating mechanism. Bone-shaped pieces that must be removed before each inner ring can rotate. An outer ring that requires pawing before the bones can be removed. This is not a puzzle. This is a curriculum. Here is why that number holds up under scrutiny. This is the only product in this list with a 3-level rotation lock instead of a single difficulty layer. A design detail, not a category-wide feature. Not puzzle feeders in general producing 30-plus minute sessions. This specific model, that is not a coincidence. That is a rotation mechanism that works. The cognitive sequence required is as follows. Identify the blocking piece, remove it, rotate the level, access the treat. Repeat across 3 stacked levels. A dog who has already mastered level 1 must still complete level 1 before accessing level 2. The architecture prevents shortcutting. This is the detail that separates this product from everything else in this list. I have a specific opinion about the rotation friction. It is correct. The outer ring requires enough resistance that pawing is necessary. This eliminates the dogs who try to solve puzzles through brute nose-pushing alone. The resistance is calibrated. Cheaper competitors have either too much friction, becomes frustrating before 20 minutes, or too little, solved by weight alone and done in 4 minutes. At $25, this is the highest ROI product in this tier list. You will spend more at the vet addressing boredom-related behavioral issues than you will spend on this product. Who this is for? Dogs with solid food motivation and at least some puzzle experience. Works best for medium to large breeds. Smaller dogs may have difficulty with the pawing mechanism. Test it under supervision the first session. Who should skip it? Toy breed dogs under 10 pounds may find the resistance overwhelming. Start an A tier and graduate to this. Tucker Pick, S tier, direct link in the description. A tier, 2 products. Different use cases, both earn it. A tier product 1, Kong Classic, $15 to $22. The Kong is the baseline that all other products are measured against. It has been the baseline since 1976. If your dog does not own a Kong, that is the first purchase. It is not optional. The engagement mechanism is textural rather than mechanical. A center cavity that can be filled with wet food, peanut butter, or frozen content. The irregular shape means it cannot be predicted or rolled in a straight line. The dog is always solving a motor problem in addition to a food access problem. This is why the Kong extends engagement time when competing products do not. The pattern holds across the format. Freezing adds a temperature and texture challenge on top of the shape puzzle, which is why a frozen Kong holds a dog's attention meaningfully longer than the same Kong filled with unfrozen wet food. The freezing technique is the product. The Kong is the delivery mechanism. Freezing protocol. Fill with wet food or peanut butter. Insert kibble piece to seal opening. Freeze overnight. This extends a single serving to 20-plus minutes. The temperature change adds a new sensory layer and increases the cognitive challenge of accessing the food. $15 to $22 depending on size. Every dog should own at least 2, 1 in use, 1 in the freezer. This is not optional. This is infrastructure. Who this is for? Every dog. This is the entry product. A tier. Link in description. A tier product 2. Outward Hound Fun Feeder Slow Bowl, $10 to $15. The correct entry-level product. Not because it is easy, because it is appropriately difficult for dogs who have never used puzzle feeders before. The ridge pattern requires a dog to navigate food around physical obstacles using their tongue and snout. This extends mealtime from under 90 seconds to several minutes for most dogs, simply because the ridges force a slower, more deliberate feeding motion instead of one big scoop. The key use case is fast eaters. Dogs who consume a full meal in under 30 seconds are at elevated risk for bloat in large and giant breeds. The fun feeder reduces consumption speed reliably. That is a health function, not just an enrichment function. At $10 to $15, this is the most accessible price point in the list. It is also the most easily mastered. A dog who has used this product for 2 weeks has likely optimized their approach and will need to graduate to higher-tier options. Who this is for? Puzzle feeder beginners, fast eaters, dogs with high food drive who need to slow down. Who should skip it? Dogs who have used puzzle feeders for more than 30 days. They've mastered it. Upgrade them. A tier, link in description. B tier, LickiMat Wobble, $20 to $25. This product is in B tier, and I want to be precise about why. It is not a weak product. It is a misclassified product, sold as a puzzle feeder, when it is more accurately a calming tool. The engagement mechanism is licking. Licking releases serotonin and reduces cortisol in dogs. The wobble design adds a secondary motor challenge. The wobble pattern makes the surface unpredictable and extends licking engagement versus a flat LickiMat. Engagement time, 8 to 14 minutes for a single loading. This is real engagement time. It is in B tier not because the time is short, but because the cognitive demand is lower. A dog using a LickiMat is solving a motor problem with their tongue. A dog using the Ottosson is solving a spatial problem with their paws and snout. These are different categories of challenge. Where this product wins: anxiety reduction, bath time, veterinary visits, any situation where you need sustained calm behavior. The calming mechanism of licking is well established, and the wobble executes it reliably. Where it loses: as a primary enrichment tool for cognitively engaged dogs. These dogs will finish a LickiMat and look up like it's intermission. Use this alongside a higher-tier puzzle, not instead of one. Who this is for: anxious dogs, high-arousal situations, dogs who need a decompression tool rather than a cognitive challenge. B tier, link in the description. Before we get into C and D tier, which you need to see before you spend $1, a quick note. I've put together a complete product checklist. Every category, every budget tier, everything your dog needs, ranked by what actually matters. It's called the New Pet Owner's Complete Product Checklist. It's at pawsmadesimple.com/checklist. Emily has the link in the description. You don't need to take notes on this video. The checklist has everything. Go get it and come back. C tier, generic single difficulty puzzle feeders, $8 to $18, varies. I will not name specific C tier products because they change their names seasonally. You know them by their description. Brightly colored, plastic, 1 layer. The puzzle is: find the treat under the slide piece. The solve time on day 1 is 4 minutes. On day 7, it is 45 seconds. Here is the problem with single difficulty puzzles. Dogs are excellent pattern learners. They do not generalize a solution, they memorize a path. A puzzle feeder with 1 difficulty level has 1 path. Once the path is memorized, the engagement time drops to near 0. That's the pattern with any single difficulty puzzle. A few minutes of engagement out of the box, and within a week the dog has simply memorized the 1 path to the treat. The product is not defective. It is solved. Who this is for? Nobody. Spend the incremental $7 and get the outward Hound fun feeder. The ridge pattern provides more variation and more longevity than any single difficulty sliding puzzle in this category. C tier, save your money. D tier, cheap plastic treat balls without engagement mechanisms, $5 to $12. This category earns D tier because it is not a puzzle. It is a delivery mechanism. You put a treat inside. The dog rolls it. The treat falls out. This takes 60 seconds. 60 seconds. There is no cognitive engagement required. Roll the ball. Gravity does the rest. A treat ball without texture variation, internal obstacles, or adjustable difficulty provides less enrichment than throwing a piece of kibble across the room. At least running after kibble uses spatial awareness and motion tracking. The treat ball requires only weight application. The puzzle engagement index score for this category is a 1, 2 out of 10. I created that metric specifically to distinguish products like this from products like the Nina Ottosson. The distance between a 1, 2, and a 9. 4 is $25 and the rest of this tier list. Who this is for? No one. D tier, do not buy. The verdict, here is the full ranking. S tier, Nina Ottosson Dog Tornado Composite, $25. The Tucker Pick, 30 plus minutes, 3 rotation levels, highest cognitive demand. Buy this. A tier, Kong Classic, $15 to $22. The Infrastructure Pick, every dog, freeze it, 2 of them. A tier, Outward Hound Fun Feeder, $10 to $15. The entry-level pick. Beginners, fast eaters, budget-first households. B tier, LickiMat Wobble, $20 to $25. The calming tool. Excellent product in the correct use case. Not a primary enrichment solution for cognitively engaged dogs. C tier, generic single difficulty puzzles. Solved in a week. Save the money. D tier, cheap treat balls without engagement mechanisms. Skip entirely. If your dog is a puzzle feeder beginner, Outward Hound Fun Feeder first. Freeze a Kong for the afternoons. Upgrade to the Nina Ottosson at the 30-day mark. If your dog already owns puzzles, skip to the Nina Ottosson. The 3-level rotation mechanism is the gap. If your dog is anxious, add the LickiMat Wobble alongside your primary puzzle. These are complementary tools, not competing ones. The Nina Ottosson Dog Tornado is currently $25 on Amazon. Direct link in the description. At that price point, this is the most underpriced product in the pet enrichment category. 6 months from now, your dog is either more regulated, calmer between meals, and sleeping better in the afternoons, or still chewing your baseboards. $25 is the fork in that road. That covers puzzle feeders. But there's a product category I've been watching that is more dangerous than it looks. Indestructible dog toys. We ran a 30-day evaluation. 6 products, 4 did not survive. One of them failed on day 2. That is Tucker Tries It, episode 8. Subscribe and it drops next Tuesday. The full product checklist, every category, every budget tier,